What the fuck is up, everybody? Continuing with my third upload in 24-hour period. The Dune trailer dropped today, and I'm about to react to it. Now, to be fair, look, I'm not a reaction channel. I'm a review channel. I am expanding content that, without any more further ado, let's watch this Dune trailer. I'll try to keep my excitement. But what I was saying before was that, to be honest, I have already viewed it once. But this is my honest second viewing. And as you can see the thumbnail, this is a beginner's guide to the Dune trailer. Having known nothing about the Dune universe other than reading the Wikipedia page, checking out the subreddit for the last couple months, and watching the original 1984 Dune movie, reading cliff notes on the Frank Herbert novel. I don't think there's an audio version yet, but what I'm going to do in this video is sort of react to it, and then discuss and see what Reddit thinks. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Alrighty then.
There's something happening to me.
Got your boy Timothy Chalamet,
Something awakening in my mind I can't control.
Zendaya.
What did you see?
I guess I could pause it right there. One thing that I do know is that when you are exposed to the element spice, your eyes get this gorgeous blue haze to them. And if you'll notice, Chani, or Zendaya's character, already has her eyes with the glazed over blue look because she lives on the planet, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Arrakis, and she has been exposed to the spice for a long time. So if you aren't aware and you're new to this like I am, man, that's annoying as shit when people say that in those videos. It's just, I've seen them before, and when I first started watching YouTube, I got in the habit of saying those same things. But anyway, for those of us who are idiots like I am, the spice is basically this, it's gasoline. You could just say it's gasoline in the future in this universe of Dune. But it's not really like gasoline because it makes you extremely intelligent and you can do things like see the future. You can also have telekinetic abilities. There's all types of things that you can do with spice, and that's why it's so coveted. So there's this family, Paul Atreides and his house, similar to Game of Thrones in that aspect. They inherit the planet known as Dune, and it has the spice, which is, like I just said, coveted throughout the universe. So once they arrive there, they're basically handed a basket of bullshit, all types of problems. And as dude says in the trailer coming up, you'll see Paul says this, it feels like my family's being assassinated. Guess what, Paul? They are. All right, let's continue.
There's a crusade coming. Do you often dream things that happen?
I don't like this lady.
Yes.
I saw a bunch of people in the comments saying that she gave him the creeps. Well, that's the point.
It's simple.
Yeah, that's...
Remove your hand from the box, and you die.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
My dick... No, I'm just... Can you imagine if she put something crazy in there and he thought it was going to be something nuts and it's just like a little fluffy toy? No, it's not what happened, so...
You inherit too much power. You have proven you can rule yourself.
Right there. All right, let's pause for a second. Let me do something real quick. Let's see. Dune fighting style. What is it called? What the fuck is it called? Let me reverse that. Techniques. Alright, so this is cool. We'll bring this up. So, this is a post on Reddit. It's from user Lord Cola, and it says, I'm currently reading Chapter House. Dune and I was just interested in anyone has a complete list of weapons used in the Dune universe, which is not really helpful because I'm just looking up the name of the fighting style. It's the shit where they have, in the original one, is it called Shield? Right. So, okay. Anyway. Part we just saw in the trailer, which was the whole point of me bringing that up. Their fighting style is known as Shield, and it's in the 1984 Dune. It was pretty crazy to look at because it's like CGI was terrible. And then you can sort of read the book description of it, and you're like, okay, I guess I see why they did that. But yeah, it's gonna be fucking amazing to see this. But just as like a quick briefer, shield is a defensive shield, commonly referred to simply as shield, and sometimes as a Holtzman shield. It's a protective energy field that surrounds a person who wears it. Basically, a shield was produced by a Holtzman generator. And the field derives from phase 1 of the... Okay, we're about to get into a bunch of nerdy sci-fi tech shit, and that's not this type of video. If you guys like this, I will obviously do some in-depth shit, but let's keep watching the trailer.
Now you must learn to rule others. Something none of your ancestors learned.
My father rules an entire planet.
He's losing it.
He's getting a richer one.
He'll lose that one too.
Predictions. Remember, Spice gives you the ability to predict the future. My boy! I was waiting for him to go, what's the shit that Momoa says in what's it? Justice League, obviously. What the fuck? It's some line that he says to Cyborg. I forgot. Whatever.
Kill him. This is an extermination. They're picking my family off one by one.
Let's fight like demons.
An animal caught in a trap will gnaw off its own leg to escape. What will you do?
What's interesting, let me skip back a little bit. The clip where Duncan Idaho is the name of Momoa's character. I know that because, spoiler alert, he's supposed to die in the first one. Then, I mean, why the fuck would you click on this video if you... Oh, I guess it's spoilers for the trailer, not for the movie. Either way, sorry. The boy dies and gets brought back to life by the enemy of the House Atreides. But no, what I wanted to say about that is I saw an interview with Momoa and the entire cast in I think it was, I'm not sure what show it was for, but I saw the video uploaded on IGN and it was Colbert. Colbert was hosting. But he asked who did Jason Momoa think would win in a fight out of his two previous characters, Khal Drogo or this new dude, Duncan Idaho, and he said Duncan Idaho. Now, look, to be fair, I don't know much about Duncan Idaho. I know he's supposed to be the greatest warrior in, like, the Dune universe, at least for House Atreides. You know, he kills a bunch of Harkonnens and shit, but I'm saying, though, like, bro, it's been a while since he seen Khal Drogo. You know what I'm saying? Drogo would dominate this motherfucker. There's two little blades. Okay, look. It's a sci-fi universe. Those blades have some tech to them. All right, whatever. Let's keep going. Let's keep watching.
An animal
It's
caught in a
pretty
trap
sick.
will gnaw off its own leg to escape.
It's cold as shit in my house.
What will you do?
I know you.
Now, there's a scene coming up where Paul will be referred to as Mukhadin for, like, the rest of the series, and the director, Denis Villeneuve. I saw the interview, so I saw and heard the correct version of how to say it in French, but I fucking forgot. Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve. I don't know. Anyway, the dude said that, what the fuck was the point that I was getting at? Damn. Let me rewind the trailer and see if it comes back to me. I know I was going to comment on the eyes again with the spice. Oh, yeah. He gets referred to as Mukhadin, and then I was train of thought. I don't know. I just wanted to say the director's name the correct way because I thought it was interesting. But anyway, there's a part coming up in the trailer where I think it's Duncan Idaho. Jason Momoa's character kneels in front of Paul Atreides, Timothy Chalamet, and I think that's when his eyes turn blue. So basically, you hear Paul during the trailer talking about how his house is being attacked, and his father is losing a grip on one planet, and he's going to lose the grip on the next one. Obviously, House Atreides is attacked by House Harkonnen, who is played by Bautista. I want to see who plays his fat daddy in this movie. I haven't done enough research to know that, but I do plan on going the cast if we haven't gotten too long in this video. But basically, after they get attacked, there's it. How it happens in the 1984 movie, I'm not sure how it happens in the books, but in the 1984 movie, Paul is out on a mission with his father, and then they're attacked. No, that's not true. Yes, his father, he's out on a mission with his mother, and they're attacked, and then they get picked up by who you see right here, Chani, and her group of people who work on the spice planet with the spice, which is why their eyes are that hazed over blue, and they end up sort of adopting Paul, and he like fulfills this prophecy. Now I told you this is a very beginner's version. I really don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so I'll let the trailer finish and I'll get the hell out of here. No, let's just see. Oh, that. So the dude merging out of the shit right there, the little poo poo, that's someone from House Harkonnen. I think it might be the Baron. Is that the Baron? Jeez. There was, okay, so like 9 months ago when I first found out what Dune was, like, obviously I knew what Dune was like, when I was younger. I'm just talking about this universe. There's this guy who I met on YouTube, fellow Ice of Fire YouTuber, Ideas of Ice and Fire Quinn. We've hung out at Con of Thrones the past couple years, but he's like a major Dune junkie, and I saw a couple of his videos, and I'm like, bro, my nigga made this universe sound interesting as hell. I want to watch. So that's what I did. I watched the 1984 version and then the sci-fi versions. And then I read the wiki page and I was obsessed with it for like a week, how I normally do when I discover new things. And then I left it alone until this trailer came out. But yeah, I think this is the Baron right now. I don't know. Let's keep going. Ugh. Look nasty.
The legend will be born. All of civilization depends on it.
I will say this. One thing I remember is the guy who this dude is supposed to be playing, he's like a doctor, a professor, some bullshit. Let me find him again. Where is he? After this. All right, let me keep going. This guy right here, he's a betrayer. He does something with the Harkonnens, and it really fucks up Paul and his father's grip on Dune. Arrakis, I think, is the name they gave it. There's, like, everything has an exotic-sounding name. It's like Elvish in Lord of the Rings, except for in this universe, I think it's actually Arabic. A lot of it's Arabic. And French, maybe. I don't know.
Civilization depends on it.
The future. I can see it.
Alright, I will say this. Say what you will about casting and all that nonsense, but if you think that I'm going to believe that Timothée Chalamet's father, and I saw his mother in the interview. I saw what she looks like in real life. I haven't really seen too much of her in this movie, but if you think that's how DNA works, where they look like they don't look like each other. Paul and his father.
I must not fear.
That's probably the mission right there where they end up getting attacked.
Fear is the mind killer.
Imagine if you went to a planet that was filled with gold in the sand. I hate sand. It gets everywhere.
Where the fear is gone, only I will remain.
Sandworm. I'm assuming these are more book accurate because I saw a big hype for these in the comments section. I felt really big hype. Everybody was like, yo. And to me, that looks like that looks pretty intimidating. Alright, well that's pretty much the trailer. Hopefully I didn't play hopefully this, yeah, but so my thoughts on that worm, and then we'll hop over to the full cast, and then I'll get the hell out of here. But the versions I saw were strictly movie stuff, and obviously I've seen fan art, and then you got the versions behind me, which I think are mostly fan art. overall, the trailer looks amazing. Like I said, I don't know much about this universe, so I get to be like how I was when I first went into Game of Thrones, which was, I don't have the bias of having read the books and knowing so much information like I do now about the books. I don't have that bias of having something to compare it to. So with Dune, I've only seen a TV movie and a movie that was made in 1984 when they thought it would be cool to put, I guess, Windows 94, if that's even a thing, Windows 95 level graphics of a screensaver as like the shield defense, which is like the critical martial arts in this movie. It's the way that everyone fights. They don't have guns. They live in a society where high technology, aside from spaceships, is it's against the law. They're not allowed to have that kind of shit. So yes, they have spaceships and they have like communication devices, but it's low tech. It's usually only used by people who have abilities of their mind. And see, I'm getting down a rabbit hole here because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But basically, people who have used the spice can use some of the technology. Like, there's different guilds and stuff. And in the 84 version, there was these giant, nasty, worm-looking space monsters who basically folded time and space and teleported a ship from one side to the other. But they don't have, like, traditional propulsion systems with, like, jet engines. Maybe they have something like that, but it's supposed to be low-tech. That's why all of their costumes look like they were sort of handcrafted. And even though this is like thousands of years in the future and people have telekinetic abilities, it's still lo-fi in the sense that like there's low technology and like the costume design, the set design, how the buildings are going to look is all supposed to be low technology. That's what I meant to say, low tech, not lo-fi. That's a type of music where if you haven't heard of it, go check that out. Alright, so let's see. Just going over a couple of comments, and this is on the Reddit Dune. And just to make sure I'm crediting the proper person, this was posted by what did I just do? This was posted by Dr. NSQTR, Master of Assassins. And let's see, there are a few comments. I'll just go over a couple of them. I think this is almost at 20 minutes. This person says, although the original Dune movie by Lynch had its faults, one thing I think he, referring to Denis Villeneuve, did right was costume and set design, which was something I was just talking about. It felt like an alien world and an otherworldly when showing the other planets. Imagine what he could have created with the tech now when compared to the 80s. I think David Lynch's Dune wasn't so bad and he was limited to the tech. I agree, it was the 80s, of course. But, yeah, I think what I got sidetracked earlier about mentioning Denis Villeneuve is that when he took on the movie, when he took on directing it, he was if I'm not mistaken, he was contractually obligated to have 2 parts. So this is obviously a massive series. It's not as large as like something like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones, but it is a pretty extensive series. And if I'm wrong and it is long and longer than Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, well then fucking correct me down in the comments section because this is the beginner's guide. But yeah, no. It's gonna be a 2-part series at least. I kind of wish they do like a movie series and maybe we get like a mini series on HBO or something. I don't know. I hope that this means that since it's so fan received, you know, I'm only going over one comment in this video, but I've read a bunch of them and it seems to be received really well by the fans. I hope to get Quinn from Ideas of Ice and Fire on sometimes. I've been sending him messages for months and I'll try to get him to make a video with me. He's like I said, he's the expert. But yeah, all right, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. But please, if you could do me a favor, this isn't my normal content, but if you could do me a favor, slap a like in this video. The like goal is going to be 420. Special shout out to every single person on my Patreon family over on patreon.com/reviews. I want to thank you all again so much for watching. This was my Dune video. My name's Mark, and this has been Sir Hunt's Reviews.